In a small village, there lived a bright young boy named Salman. Salman was known for his sharp mind and exceptional intelligence. His teachers admired him, and his friends looked up to him. But despite his brilliance, Salman had one glaring weakness. He didn't value his time. His days were spent playing with friends, scrolling through his phone, and engaging in endless chatter. His parents often tried to explain the importance of time, but Salman would brush it off, saying, "I have plenty of time. I'll do everything later. For now, let me enjoy life." One day, the annual exam results were announced. To everyone's surprise, Salman scored far below his usual standards. His teachers, who once praised him, were disappointed. Even his friends began to distance themselves, whispering about how he had let his potential go to waste. When Salman returned home, he found his parents sitting quietly, his report card in their hands. The disappointment in their eyes cut deeper than any words could. For the first time, Salman felt a pang of regret. He was angry at himself but didn't know how to change. That night, Salman went to his grandfather, a wise and respected elder in the village. Sitting by his side, Salman poured out his heart. "Grandpa," he said, "I don't understand why I failed. I'm a good student, aren't I?" His grandfather listened patiently, then smiled gently. "Salman, my boy, the problem isn't that you're not a good student. The problem is that you've taken time for granted. Time is the most precious gift we have. If used wisely, it can lead you to greatness. But if wasted, it will leave you with nothing but regret." Salman frowned. "But Grandpa, time is always there, isn't it? I can always use it later, right?" His grandfather's expression turned serious. "No, Salman, time is like the flowing water of a river. Once it passes, it never returns. Let me tell you a story to help you understand." Grandpa began. "Long ago, there was a powerful king named Vikram. He had vast wealth, grand palaces, and countless servants. But Vikram had a habit of wasting his time on trivial matters. He would wake up late, spend hours with his friends instead of attending to his duties, and postpone important tasks, saying, 'I'll do it tomorrow.' One day, a sage visited the king's court. He said, 'Your Majesty, you have everything, but you're wasting your most valuable treasure, time. If you don't use it wisely, one day you'll regret it deeply.' The king laughed. 'I have plenty of time,' he said. 'I can do whatever I want, whenever I want.' The sage warned him, 'Don't take time lightly. It can ruin even the greatest of kings.' But the king didn't listen. Years passed, and the king grew old. His health declined, his kingdom weakened, and his soldiers began losing battles. His people lost faith in him. It was then that Vikram realized he had wasted his time on meaningless pursuits. He searched for the sage to seek his guidance, but the sage was nowhere to be found. The king regretted his actions, but it was too late. Time had slipped away, and all his wealth and power couldn't bring it back. Salman sat in silence, absorbing the story. For the first time, he truly understood the value of time. "Grandpa," he asked, "can I still change my life? Can I use my time wisely now?" His grandfather smiled warmly. "Of course, Salman. The wheel of time never stops. If you start using your time wisely today, nothing can stop you from achieving greatness. But remember, don't postpone anything for tomorrow. Do what you can today." From that day on, Salman resolved to change. He created a daily routine, allocating time for his studies, hobbies, and rest. He began waking up early, focusing on his goals and avoiding distractions. Slowly but surely, Salman started to see the fruits of his efforts. In the next exam, he not only improved, but topped his class. Years later, Salman became a successful entrepreneur, admired by many for his discipline and achievements. He often shared his story, inspiring others to value their time and make the most of every moment. If you enjoyed this story and want more inspiring content, make sure to subscribe to my channel, Elevate Purpose. Don't forget to like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps bring more stories that inspire and elevate.